When you line up the Zungu witnesses chronologically, a pattern emerges, one that raises serious questions about why Constable Zungu's statement suddenly appeared just weeks before the trial begins in 2023. This is not an accusation. It is an analysis of timing, conduct, and consistency. There is something that has been bothering me for a very long time about the Senzo Meyiwa trial. And after today's testimony, it finally clicked. Because when you look closely at the Zungu witnesses, not emotionally, not politically, but logically, a very uncomfortable pattern starts to form. And that pattern may explain why Constable Zungu suddenly entered this case just weeks before the trial began in 2023. Let's talk about it. Now let's start with Absalom Zungu, the father, the grandfather. From what we've heard in court, Absalom Zungu could not be moved, he could not be bent, and more importantly, he could not be manipulated into testifying to something he does not know and doesn't believe was true. That makes him a problem, not for justice, but for a case that depends on a specific version of events. When a witness refuses to align with the narrative, the state only has two options: to work with the truth or move on from the witness. And in this case, the witness was effectively sidelined. Then we come to Sifiso Zungu, known as Gwabeni. According to the testimony, this witness was expected to support the state's case until it became clear that he never wrote a statement. He just asked Brigadier Kininda to transfer whatever was on Moses Bia's statement or confession into his name. That alone destroys credibility. Because if a witness tells the court, "I did not write the statement," then the entire chain of evidence becomes suspect. So what happens? That witness is quietly dropped. Again, not accused of lying, just no longer useful. Then comes Makosonke Zungu. And this is where everything collapses. Makosonke made it very clear he was not present when Senzo Meyiwa was killed. He knew nothing of the murder. He was nowhere near the crime scene on the 26th of October 2014. He disagreed with the contents of the statement presented to him. He said most of the things in each and every paragraph of that statement, when Mr. Baloyi read it back to me, there were things that I did not say. He refused to be a state witness once the statement was read back. And this is crucial. A witness who refuses to adopt an altered statement is not unreliable. He is inconvenient. In that moment, the state loses another pillar it hoped to rely on. So now ask yourself this question: what does the state have left in 2023? Nothing. So it's 2023, the trial is about to begin. The state is facing a serious issue here. Multiple Zungu witnesses unusable. Statements being disputed. Credibility under pressure. Defense already citing procedural flaws. And trials don't just pause because your case is weak. You must present something. So what happens next? Suddenly, just weeks before the trial begins, we are introduced to Constable Zungu, a police officer, a statement taken late, a version that conveniently arrives when the state needs reinforcements. Guys, from 2014 up until to 2023, between that time, during that period, why didn't they take a statement from him? Why now in 2023? Now let's be very clear here. I'm not saying Constable Zungu lied. What I'm saying is, timing matters in law. Statements don't exist in a vacuum. Late evidence is always examined with suspicion. And the defense was absolutely right to question, why now? Why not years earlier? He's a police officer. Why only when the trial is about to start? When you line this up, Absalom Zungu, Sifiso, Makosonke, a pattern emerges, not of conspiracy, not of anything weird, but a prosecution struggling to stabilize its case. And when that happens, the law demands extra caution, not shortcuts. Because justice for Senzo Meyiwa cannot be built on convenience, it must be built on credibility. Let me know in the comments section. Does the timing of Constable Zungu's statement concern you? This is the Hot Seat Say, and we follow the evidence, not the noise.
Very improper.
Didn't you hand up that document?
No, we mentioned that we have, well, the cell register is there. We have obtained the original cell register.
And what is it in that cell register?
Well, it contains basically the same information as the copies, exhibit NN.
Yeah.
The only issue, my lord, is
mhlambe angichazanga angisho ukuthi ngibafice sebengaphakathi noma bangifice kodwa bona abantu enganginabo lapha ya kwakuuHadebe nalo muntu wekamera.
Welcome to the fire where the stakes ignite, where the questions burn hotter than the night. No escape once you're locked in the heat. This is your trial on the hot seat. To the fire where the stakes ignite, where the questions burn hotter than the night. No escape once you're locked in the heat. This is your trial on the hot seat. Ticking clocks and a sweat-soaked scene. Can you handle the pressure or split at the seams? Truth or dare with no retreat. The